Hey everybody, the Long Shot Signatures here. This is episode 105 of my 2024 TTM returns. I have 5 successes to share with you all. First one we got here is an NHRA return. I've gotten this guy back several times before. Started meeting him more and more frequently in the past few years whenever I've gone to the track. But I had some extra hero cards from an eBay purchase I had, and I sent one of his hero cards from this year. Got back 3 of 3 in 23 days from Pro Stock driver Greg Anderson. He is the winningest Pro Stock driver of all time, and he is a 5-time champion, looking to get himself up to 6-time to tie with Erica Enders. But a fantastic driver, also works on the engine of his car, so he is really involved with the entire process of it. And it says a lot about his tuning, racing, and crew chiefing abilities to be able to do all that and have the success that he has had. Then we got a football return from a guy that I really wanted to get while he was playing. He was signing at the time, but I don't think I ever got my request back. And then I've been meaning to look up and try an address, but someone else did, and it worked out for me. So thank you to whoever found this address. But got back 3 of 3 in 11 days from former Pro Bowl tight end Gary Barnidge. He was a very unknown player throughout most of his career. Played for the Panthers for several seasons, mainly like in a reserve or backup role. Missed a whole season due to injury, went to the Browns. I think he had like 2 underwhelming seasons, probably as a backup. And then just out of nowhere, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdown passes on a, still not that great Cleveland Browns team. So very awesome season that he had there. I think he only played one more year in the NFL. But regardless, very happy to have him in the collection. Very much remember watching him and everyone talking about picking him up in fantasy, and then the next year everyone being severely disappointed because he wasn't as effective. But very happy with that success. Then we have another Pro Stock hero card return. This is the first time I've ever gotten this driver, but got back 3 of 2 in 25 days from Pro Stock / Pro Mod driver Eric Latino. So it's a little hard to see. He kind of signed with a thin Sharpie there over his face. But he is a recent graduate to the Pro Stock ranks. I think it's just his 2nd year. One of these might be a Pro Mod hero card. I don't know. But he raced in Pro Mod for some time, and then now I don't know if he does the full season or just select events. But still, he is with KB Titan Racing. I have not met him yet. I've just gotten these 2 hero cards. But he was very cool and signed both of those. Included a signed letter saying, what a pleasure it was to receive a letter from you. This means a lot to me. Thank you. I'm glad you like what I do. It is great to have a fan like you. Sincerely, Eric Latino. Signed that as well. And then also put a note that said if I can let him know what my shirt size is, he'd be more than happy to send me a souvenir. So I'll have to write back to him. Very cool response, personalized. Not the hero cards, but like a personalized response is always super awesome. So I will have to write him a thank you note and let him know my t-shirt size. Then we have a hockey return here. This is from a former NHL right winger. I've honestly already forgotten his stats. This is a 2 of 2 success in 19 days from Jody Hull, who was a first-round pick in 1987, 261 career points. Signed both of these cards for me. He's now an associate coach with, I think, the Tri-City Americans, which would be the WHL, I think. He was also a former... I don't even remember what team it was, but a former head coach in the CHL, the Canadian Hockey League, for their junior programs for a minute there. And then lastly, we have another hero card return, but this is from a NASCAR driver. It's a 2 of 2 success coming back in 79 days from Taylor Gray. So I'm sure if you guys have watched this channel long enough, you know that I didn't have any luck at the ARCA Truck Series race in Indianapolis this year. Apparently some drivers did come out to sign, so I think Tricon Garage was one of them that did end up coming out to sign. But I had already left at that point. No one could give me any information other than one signing for an ARCA Series driver. So that really stunk. But the nice thing is that a lot of the lower series drivers are more than happy to sign. So did end up getting these autographed. Came back really nice. Glad to add them to the collection. But that is it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.